Greetings and a very warm welcome to everyone joining us here. The short break away from action for the boys in black and yellow has come to an end, resuming training earlier this week on Monday after a slight pause after what was a busy summer for Niko Kovac and company, with Borussia Dortmund in action at the Club World Cup quarter-final finish against Real Madrid in that 3-2 defeat, bringing an end to what was a pretty good little summer tournament for BVB, and some time away to recuperate for the players back in training on Monday, and their first pre-season friendly in preparation for the upcoming Bundesliga campaign, as well as the DFB Pokal first round here in Leimbach against 4th division side Sportfreunde Siegen. The hosts today here in the Leimbach Stadium, already well and truly underway in terms of their season, having already played their first game in the Regionalliga West, a 3-0 home win, getting 3 early points on the board for them. So fitness levels will certainly not be a problem for today's opponents. And funnily enough, their next opponent on the weekend is Dortmund 2, the Dortmund reserve team, who were relegated down to the Regionalliga West last season and will now be up against Sportfreunde Siegen in their upcoming season. Things about to get underway here. Players are ready to make their way out onto the pitch, just moments away from kickoff. Should be interesting to see where fitness levels are at for Niko Kovac and his team. He does put out a pretty strong starting 11 here today against Sportfreunde Siegen. 1 or 2 youngsters in the mix as well, but overall some very experienced heads out on the pitch, in the likes of Jan Koto, Waldemar Anton, Julian Brandt leading the team out as captain here this evening. Pascal Gross starting as well, so too Marcel Sabitzer, Daniel Svensson and Karim Adeyemi. Alexander Meyer does start in goal instead of Gregor Kobel. And then the 2 youngsters starting as well, who will most likely come up against Sportfreunde Siegen on the weekend as well, in the form of Filippo Mane and Elias Benkera. On the bench, Sally Özcan, Felix Nmecha, Maximilian Bayer, Niklas Süle, Julian Riersen, Sebastian Aller, who returns from his loan spell away, Patrick Dreves, the new signing from VfL Bochum, the 3rd choice keeper, possibly 2nd choice. Good competition in that department for Niko Kovac heading into the new season as well. And then a few other youngsters on the bench as well. Almugera, Kabar, Ousmane Diallo, Ayman Agil, Yannick Lewis, Patrick Goebel and Tim Degener. Last but not least, also starting here today, Job Bellingham. Here's a look at Thorsten Nerbau's side, who will be sporting a very, very strong starting 11 as well. Number of players to keep an eye on, Josue Santo especially, the number 8 who will be leading the line. He's had a good start to the season. And there is confirmation on the Borussia Dortmund side. So apart from Elias Benkera and Filippo Mane, all big names. Good to see Joe Bellingham right back into the action as well. It was an interesting Club World Cup. Not everyone's cup of tea. It did take a while for people to warm to the tournament over in the United States. Viewership definitely increasing as it went into the knockout stages. Some of the group games perhaps lacking in a bit of atmosphere, but still a good test for Borussia Dortmund, but one that will not have been easy on the legs after a long season. Did well to make it through to the quarterfinals and put in a good shift against Real Madrid as well in that 5-goal thriller. The action underway here in the Leinbach Stadium, which isn't too far away from Dortmund, so not too far to travel either. Just over 100 kilometers, sort of southeast from Dortmund, about an hour and a half drive by car or by bus. Waldemar Anton with the long ball forward. Jan Koto back to Sabitzer. Benkera alongside Waldemar Anton. Two partners in crime in central defence here in this first half. Nico Mane making up the rest of that back three. Jan Koto and Daniel Svensson, the two wing backs. Koto already taking up a very high position. Adeyemi helps it forward to Svensson. Looked like he, or to Julian Brandt, excuse me. He looked like he might have just drifted into an offside position there, but flag stays down. All out of play will be a Dortmund throw. Benkera eager to take it, will leave it to Svensson. Siegen, a side that did make it all the way up to the Zweite Bundesliga, the second division in German football back in the 2004-2005 season. Did spend some time there, dropping down and coming back up from the third once or twice, and then eventually we were hit with financial trouble. Loss of sponsorship, relegation to the Oberliga, and then some, but done well to sort of get back to where they are right now. Definitely a lot more solid behind the scenes. None of those financial worries anymore. Looking to try and climb up the tables and leagues once again. This will be a good test for them, especially early into their season. As already mentioned, one game under their belt already. A comfortable home win. 3 points on the board. There's Justin Ospeltz. In on a free transfer this summer from FSV Frankfurt, not to be mistaken with Eintracht Frankfurt. Mane giving away the free kick just inside the Siegen half. Dortmund with another test, some would say a tougher test, I think most would agree, against Juventus on Sunday the 10th of August. Just over a week later, first round of the DFB Pokal against Rot-Weiß Essen. Away from home as well. So it will not be an easy start to the competitive season. And the Bundesliga gets underway on the 23rd. Dortmund go on the road on match day 1 to face FC St. Pauli before welcoming Union Berlin to the Signal Iduna Park on match day 2, and then away against Heidenheim on match day 3. 3 games though where you feel 9 points have not come as much of a surprise. I think Niko Kovac will look at that start to the season with somewhat of a slight grin on his face. They have been tougher in the past. Of course, nothing comes easy in the German top flight, but probably couldn't ask for a better first 3 games to sort of ease into the new season and at the same time get points on the board early. Fans will certainly expect 9 points from those first 3. We'll be hoping for an improvement on last season. Things didn't necessarily go to plan. Joe Bellingham to Adeyemi. Apart from Joe Bellingham, no real big name summer signings, not yet anyway. Of course, the transfer window far from over. And on to Benkera. And for Adeyemi, quite enough weight. Find the Dortmund winger there behind that pass. He's had a fair few touches on the ball already. Here's Benkera, playing with a good rhythm and tempo. Lovely ball out wide from Joe Bellingham to pick out Jan Koto. Pascal Gross, little dink in towards the back post, little too much distance on it. Karim Adeyemi, who will keep the ball in play though and keep the attack alive. Bellingham sees his pocket picked and through the middle. Dealt with well by Filippo Mane and then Valdemar Anton. And the ball over the top for Adeyemi, in on goal. Adeyemi able to get the shot off. This is the first big save from Justin Ospelt. Lovely transition play there from BVB on the back foot, dealing with the danger and then straight on the offensive. A lovely ball over the top from Anton to pick out Adeyemi. Equally impressive first touch. And a shot on target as well inside the opening 10 minutes here. Koto with the corner. Julian Brandt at the near post. Unable to guide it inside that near post there. Difficult one in terms of technique. No jump either. To do it all with his neck there. Wasn't too far away from finding the target. A decent opportunity. Not long after Adeyemi was able to test the Siegen keeper. Pass picked off by Benkera that time. Koto looking to break quickly again for BVB. Nearly loses possession with a heavy touch there, but manages to keep the move going. A little bit of help from this evening's captain, Julian Brandt. Caught up. Being relatively active already down that right wing. Does like to get forward and involved. Sabitzer almost disguises that early ball. Wide for Adeyemi. Again, just a little too much on it. Bellingham able to turn. Trying to feed one through to Pascal Gross initially. Julian Brandt and does pick him out. And again, Justin Osbelt. Need to be wide awake there. As BVB continue to pile on the pressure here in these opening stages. Remember, it did only resume training on Monday. The fitness levels seem to be pretty good, to be fair. We've clearly been dictating the pace of this game and dominated possession. Caught up. Gross back inside to Sabitzer. Now Bellingham feeds one inside to Daniel Svensson, who's ventured forward to the edge of the penalty area. Knocking the ball around nicely. One-touch football here from BVB. Caught up. Tries to break it down. Could have perhaps sent it into the middle first time on the volley. Easier said than done, of course. Does win the corner. As Dortmund continue to look dangerous here. To be fair, it's well defended by David Kammerbauer, another of the summer arrivals for the 4th division side. Svensson, the left-footed in-swinger here from the far side. Gets height and distance on it. Cleared off the line by Dennis Brock, I believe. Back in by Svensson again, off the crossbar. And finds the roof of the net after coming off the goal line as well. And it's Elias Benkera, the youngster. Said he looked lively. A lot of touches on the ball, very involved right from kickoff. And he's got his name on the score sheet in pre-season as well. Really well taken header. Lovely delivery to pick him out as well. No stopping that one. The Siegen goalkeeper. 18-year-old Elias Benkera scoring for the first team. Gives Niko Kovac and company a perfect start here to pre-season preparations. Picked off by Mane. There's Derek Kjær making moves through the middle there. There's one thing that Dortmund will have to keep an eye on and be wary of. Siegen do have some decent pace there in the form of number 11, Derek Kjær, and frontman Joshua Santo. Some glimpses of that pace already, but so far so good from the back three. Mane, lovely ball to find Adeyemi there. Put out of play for a throw. The big bods watching on. So they'll be happy with Dortmund's start here as well. Results, of course, secondary in pre-season. It's all about performances, getting fitness levels up. Chance here for a second, and Jan Koto this time does take it on the volley. And that's the outcome. Kiss of the badge always goes down well with the fans. I'll tell you what, it was a nice cross to pick him out. Julian Brandt with the outside of the right boot there. Loses his footing. Somehow keeps the ball in play. And how about that for a cross? To find Jan Koto arriving late on the far side. Slots it past Justin Ospelt in goal. Who again can do absolutely nothing about it. Through the legs even. Just over 16 minutes gone. Dortmund cruising through this pre-season friendly so far. Svensson just caught by an elbow there. Looks like he's all right to continue though. Surrounded by three Siegen players there. The hosts moving the ball forward nicely. There's Dustin Wilms. Tries to get the cross in. Blocked, and now break is on for BVP. Slightly better ball there from Julian Brandt, and Adeyemi might have been up and away. Throw in taken quickly. Slightly misplaced pass there from Benkana. On, unable to find Bellingham. Svensson does well to win the ball back immediately though. I have to say I'm quite impressed with the tempo of the game. It is still early days, but it's not always a given in pre-season. Doing their best to try and draw the Siegen players out of position, try and create space. Or a ball down one of the channels or out wide. Seen a handful of them already, most of them coming off. Not that time from Benkera, the goal scorer, though. Dortmund will build from the back again. Siegen struggle to really get on the ball so far. Another dink over the top. This time Adeyemi with the diagonal run. Out onto the right. Svensson looking for Koto. Finds him. Backheel pass picked off, and now Siegen with a chance to break, but Dortmund getting bodies back behind the ball very quickly indeed. Wilms tries his luck from long range. Simple save in the end up for Alexander Meyer. Able to watch that one all the way. Gets down early, gets his body behind the ball. And Siegen will feel a little better now, having been able to test the Dortmund keeper for the first time in this friendly. Nearly one back by Derek Kjær there. Getting the diagonal out wide. Not too much mustard on that one from Karim Adeyemi. Gives the thumbs up anyway for the attempt. Here's a look at the Dortmund bench. Plenty of options available for Niko Kovac. Nice mix of youth and experience amongst the substitutes here this evening. Big season ahead. I wonder if any of those youngsters will have a part to play. The 1-2 there between Bellingham and Adeyemi. Bellingham then brought down unfairly in the end by Dustin Wilms. Nice ball by Anton. Gross into the path, or nearly into the path of Julian Brandt. And a good run down that middle channel. Just a little less on it. Would have been absolutely perfect. Justin Ospelt does well. Come out early. Benkera with the switch of play. Joe Bellingham getting stuck in. There's the ball back in a promising area here. Inside the final third. Only one-time ball inside. And now the chance for a third. And a third it is. Austrian Marcel Sabitzer. First time rocket past Justin Ospelt. He's having a tough first half here in goal for Siegen. It's another really well-worked goal by BVB. First time ball catching everyone off guard. And Julian Brandt with the vision to just shift it past the defender into the path of Sabitzer. He doesn't even have a look at goal, knows exactly where it is. Goes for pace and power. And gets the job done. Dortmund ticking all the boxes. With just over 25 minutes gone. 3-goal cushion already. It looks like it might be a long old evening. The 4th division side, Sportfreunde Siegen, here in the Leinbach Stadium. Lovely ball. Finally, Jan Koto realises he doesn't have too many options in the middle, so just delays it slightly. Able to just about pick out Joe Bellingham there. Didn't quite get the contact on the ball he was hoping for. Come off the top of the head more than the forehead there. And in the efforts, a little too much height, and allowing Justin Ospelt to come and collect it. Another good move by Dortmund up. Really have caused Siegen all sorts of problems. Might be another one incoming now as Adeyemi makes it 4, and it's another stellar finish as he gets his name on the score sheet as well. Things go from bad to worse for Siegen, but they just keep on getting better for BVB. They look dangerous with each and every attack, to be fair. Benkera, Koto, Sabitzer, and now Adeyemi. 4 different goal scorers inside half an hour. Svensson was expecting the ball to come his way. Adeyemi with other plans. Sneaks it underneath the legs of the defender, but then finds that bottom right corner beautifully. And the pace simply too hot to handle for poor Ospelt. Here comes Dortmund again. And Koto. Good save by Justin Ospelt there. He was heading for the top shelf. Danger not over yet though. Svensson inside to Adeyemi, gets it back. And then tries to dink it towards the back post. Just couldn't quite get enough lift on it though. But another really, really impressive move. Looks like Jan Koto is caught late there. Looks like he'll be okay. To be fair to Justin Osbelt, very good save there to deny Ian Koto. As far as the 4 conceded goals go, I don't think you can really blame the goalkeeper for any of them. 4 very, very good finishes. A little too heavy there. And a shove in the back of Dustin Wilms. Taken quickly by Sabitzer. A little too quickly, even for Karim Adeyemi. So half an hour gone, plain sailing so far. The boys in black and yellow. Approached this in a very professional manner, but at the same time look like they are enjoying themselves out there as well. It's always the kind of mix that leads to positive results. I don't think there's been anything negative about this first half, from a Dortmund perspective anyway. Little off target with the throw there. Pascal Gross hands possession back to Siegen. Marek Hodroy out wide to Wilms. Comes down looking for a free kick. Referee Leonidas Exouzidis keeps the whistle by his side. Brandt inside to Gross. Through the middle. Little dink over the keeper, but the goal will not count. Adeyemi just setting off a little too early. Flagged for offside. Adeyemi starting to breathe a little heavier now. Did say I was surprised at the fitness levels, or at least they look to be right up there. The scoreline would suggest the same. Whether or not they've all got 90 minutes of this in them, we'll have to wait and see. A little push there from Adeyemi, but not enough in it. And a whistle to go. Situation read well by Justin Osbelt in goal. Benkera does well and gets pulled back by Dustin Wilms. To win the free kick just inside the Siegen half. Nice close control though from the young defender. Goes. Little drop of the shoulder to create the space for the cross into the box there. Now out wide to Adeyemi on this near side, whips it across the middle. And it's an easy tap it for Julian Brandt to make it 5 different goal scorers now. Textbook one-touch football there from BVB as they carve open Siegen for a 5th time. Adeyemi with the eye for Julian Brandt. From a little over a metre out, side foots it into the back of the net. The pace of the pass from Adeyemi. Again, just too much for the Siegen defence. What a first half performance this is turning into. He looks very content, doesn't he, Niko Kovac, as he well should be. Pretty sure we'll see a completely different 11 out for the second half for BVB. Wherever that may be, I'm sure we'll be absolutely delighted. The foundations have been laid very nicely. It's always nice to come into a game when you're already 5-0 up. That score might even increase, and it does. It's a 6th for Dortmund, a 2nd for Julian Brandt. No one picking up the BVB captain's run into the box there. And it's a simple header down into the bottom left-hand corner. Goals galore in the Limbach Stadium. Right into that pocket of space in between the 2 Siegen defenders. You know, when the opposition defence is pointing fingers at each other, that your attack is doing everything right. Get up. Now Anton looking for Jan Koto. A little too much distance on it though. Well, going into this game, I don't think anyone would have been under the illusion that the gap between the 4th division and the German top flight is not a big one. I think 6-0 before half-time will come as a little bit of a surprise. especially considering that Sportfreunde Siegen already have a whole pre-season under their belt, are well underway with their new campaign in the 4th division. Kicking it off with a comfortable win as well. And then considering that Dortmund only really resumed training after the Club World Cup on Monday, and this is their first pre-season test, if you like. It's looked surprisingly easy for Borussia Dortmund. Bellingham misjudging the his timing, should I say, the slide tackle there. And Benkero with a push, this time on Derek Kjære. Less than 5 minutes still to go. Might we still see a 7th goal from Borussia Dortmund? Wouldn't put it past them at this rate. Should make for a good highlight reel though. Perhaps a chance to peg one back, and they do. And that will delight the home fans. Great tenacity shown initially by Derek Kjære. And Joshua Santo. And a goal against BVB. One that he will enjoy, I'm sure. Yeah, they're lunging in there to keep the move alive. Just helps it to his right, where Joshua Santo was waiting. Not the cleanest of finishes, but enough to get it past Alexander Meyer in goal. And salvage something at least from this first half for their manager Thorsten Neubauer. It's take a bit more than that to put a smile on his face after a tough first 45 for him and his side. Something to shout about at least. Even at 6-1 down, just scoring a goal. I just see a little bit more confidence start running through the veins of the Siegen players. At times looked a little lost and unsure of exactly how to deal with BVB. Sabitzer able to turn, lay off by Brandt. Referee Leonidas Exouzidis brings an end to a very, very entertaining first half here. Dortmund putting 6 goals past 4th division side Sportfreunde Siegen, managing to peg one back just before the players head down the tunnel. A very, very one-sided affair in this first pre-season friendly for a BVB. I think we can expect a fair few changes in terms of personnel heading into the second 45, but the players out in the first, more than getting the job done. And Benkera, the youngster, with the opening goal. Julian Brandt with a brace, and everyone else getting in on the act as well. Grab yourself a snack, a drink, and make sure you join us for the second half here between Borussia Dortmund and Sportfreunde Siegen in just a few.
Das sind im Grunde so die beiden Testtage, die Basisdiagnostik, die wir machen, die ganz umfängliche Diagnostik, die wir fahren. Aber wir machen natürlich im Spielbetrieb, in normalen Regelwochen permanent Diagnostiken. Die sind zwar natürlich nicht im großen Ausmaß wie jetzt hier heute oder im Winter, sondern das ist eine kleine Auswahl an Testverfahren, die wir aber auch heute zum Beispiel gemacht haben, um langfristig Datenpunkte von Spielern zu bekommen und die Entwicklung beurteilen zu können, ob unser Training anschlägt oder ob wir etwas regulieren müssen in unserem Trainingsprogramm. Der ist gesetzt, weil die Ausdauerleistungsfähigkeit die Basis des Fußballspiels ist. Deswegen ist es für uns das A und O, dort diese Werte auch sehr valide und reliabel zu erheben. Aus diesem Grund machen wir den Laktattest in der Form, wie wir ihn machen, um auch einfach ein Profil des Spielers zu bestimmen. Ist er eher ein schnellkräftiger Spieler, ist er eher ein ausdauernder Spieler? Das heißt, wir nutzen diesen Test auch, um sehr zu individualisieren. Aber am Ende geht es auch darum, den Spieler im Bereich der Ausdauerleistungsfähigkeit zu verbessern. Und dafür brauchen wir eben diese Werte, um diesen Ist-Zustand beurteilen zu können und damit dann vergleichen zu können, wo wir diesen Spieler eigentlich hinbekommen wollen über die Zeit. Und was wir daraus ableiten, ist halt die Schnellkraftfähigkeit der unteren Extremitäten von den Spielern. Wir haben 2 Kräftmessplatten, das heißt, wir können sogar linkes und rechtes Bein voneinander unterscheiden und sehen dort auch gewisse Disbalancen im Absprung, aber auch in der Landung. Es ist ein Isokinet, das heißt, wir messen die dynamische Kraftfähigkeit der Oberschenkelmuskulatur, sowohl der vorderen Oberschenkelmuskulatur als auch der hinteren Oberschenkelmuskulatur unter verschiedenen Kontraktionsformen, das heißt einerseits konzentrisch, auf der anderen Seite exzentrisch. Und damit können wir auch die funktionelle Stabilität des Kniegelenks bewerten, was natürlich im Rahmen der Verletzungsprävention extrem wichtig ist. Wir können muskuläre Disbalancen ganz genau identifizieren und können somit dafür sorgen, dass wir Verletzungen reduzieren über individuelle Trainingsprogramme. Das ist halt im Grunde auch ein Krafttest, das ist aber ein isometrischer Krafttest, das heißt kein dynamischer Test, wo sich das Bein bewegt, sondern gegen einen fixen Widerstand. Und dort messen wir die Hüftmuskulatur, das heißt die Adduktoren und die Abduktoren in verschiedenen Winkelgraden, um einfach ein Gesamtbild zu bekommen über die gesamte Muskulatur der unteren Extremitäten. Ich würde mal sagen, jeder Mensch hinterlässt auch seinen eigenen Fußabdruck. Von daher, das ist super individuell und wir machen das über unsere Orthopädietechnik, um den Spielern bestmöglich eine Statik zu verleihen. Das hilft den Spielern, Stabilität zu geben. Natürlich auch im Rahmen der Verletzungsprävention gewisse fehlerhafte Bewegungsmuster zu korrigieren. Die große Herausforderung ist aus diesem ganzen Datenwust erstmal alles zu strukturieren und vernünftige Ableitungen zu treffen. Und da hilft uns einfach die Technologie, dort extrem tiefe mittlerweile Analysen zu fahren und natürlich über unseren Partner Adesso dann diese Daten, die dort zustande kommen, diese große Menge an Daten auch sauber zu verarbeiten. Wir arbeiten dort sehr eng mit der medizinischen Abteilung zusammen, mit den Physiotherapeuten, tauschen uns da extrem wertvoll aus und dann wird im Grunde für jeden Spieler ein individuelles Trainingsprogramm festgelegt. Und das dann auch mit dem Trainerteam natürlich kommuniziert, Stärken-, Schwächenprofile besprochen, um einfach dann auch einen langfristigen Plan für den Spieler zu entwickeln. Weil am Ende geht es darum, die Jungs auf Basis der Diagnostik besser zu machen und robuster zu machen. Das ist im Grunde das Ziel von einer Diagnostik.
Spielzeit. Es steht für Siegen UA 1710. Es steht für Siegen UA 1710. Das Auto muss bitte sofort weggefahren werden. Vielen Dank.
So a warm welcome back for the second half here between Siegen and BVB. A new 11 out for the black and yellows after a stellar display from the first 11 players. Goals from Benkera, Koto, Sabitzer, Adeyemi and a brace from Julian Brandt, putting 6 on the board in the first 45. One reply right at the end in the 43rd minute from Joshua Santo for Siegen. It might be perhaps, shall we say, a little bit more competitive in this second half with a completely new look to the BVB side and a fair few more youngsters, and one could argue perhaps slightly less experienced. A lot of them will probably be in action against Siegen on the weekend when Dortmund 2, the reserve team, come up against today's opponent on match day 2 in the Regionalliga West. But all on friendly terms here this evening in the Leimbach Stadium. Leonidas Exousidis ready to get the second half underway. As for the players now out on the pitch, new signing in goal, Patrick Dreves, now in between the sticks for BVB. And Salietjan, Felix Nmecha, Maximilian Bayer, Niklas Süle, Julian Riersen, Sebastian Aller after his return from his loan away at FC Utrecht, back in action in a black and yellow shirt, leading the line up front. And then youngsters Almugera Kaba, Usman Diallo, Ayman Agil, Yannick Lewis, Patrick Kobo and Tim Diggener Making up the rest of the players in action here in the second 45. Some of those still on the bench, of course. Well, an early chance for Siegen to peg another goal back. Shaibu Ubeyapwa, half-time substitute, but for Siegen. Put in the new goalkeeper, Reves, to the test there. Decent attempt. And an equally impressive save. Dennis Brock with the corner in towards the near post, headed away. Julian Ariason always able to pick out with his blonde hair. So Yannick Lewis back there with Niklas Süle and Julian Ariason probably. Still no Nico Schlotterbeck, who has resumed training with BVB, which is great news after that horrible injury late into last season. Mecha back to Ariason. Patrick Goebel, the number 50, taking up position on the right wing. Ayman Agil will run forward here. We'll try and get on the end of this, and will. Tries to cut it back into the middle where Sebastian Haller is the only target. Felix and Mecha arriving just behind him on the edge of the penalty area, but Haller definitely the intended target there from young Ayman Agil. Height and distance on that delivery towards the back post. Salihurcan closest to it. Picked up then by Maxi Baya on the ball again here. Agil to Süle. Haller getting stuck in there. Mecha head up straight away. Swings it out wide. Here's Goebel. Ready ball in. Well collected by Justin Ospel. He'll try and put that first half behind him as quickly as possible, I'm sure. Not an easy day at the office when you have to pick the ball out of the back of your own net on 6 occasions, with another half of football still coming your way. Salihurcan there, lunging in, catching Leon Pouzian. Already back with Borussia Dortmund now. Agil to Goebel. Mecha not getting a shout. Not early enough anyway. Distance on the clearance from Ospelt. Pouzian unable to get on the end of it. Salihurcan. A lovely switch of play. Goebel cuts inside. Feeds it into Baya. Back to Goebel. Lovely layoff from Baya. Gets it back from Haller, but just a little too heavy from the Dortmund striker. Nice little 1-2 there on the edge of the penalty area from BVB. So a lot of that in the first half. So the substitutes more than happy to follow suit. Breakaway on now. Tisha manages to hold on to the ball. Borussia. Borussia again. Is it back for the delivery? That was up by Eliasson there.
Liebe Sportfreunde Fans, in einer Stadionbüro, jetzt kommt ein Satz, den ich schon immer gerne einmal sagen wollte. Die Sportfreunde Siegen bedanken sich bei.
Already Siegen with far more possession in the second half. Some of the players not quite on the same page though. Way up what? Looking for Kada, but decided to put the brakes on his run. Kovac will expect the same energy from his second half team. Not sure he'll expect another 6 goals, since they were unexpected to some degree. Each one of them well worked and well deserved. Well, not taking any chances, puts the ball out of play for a throw. Pressure there from Eliasson. Forces the error in the end. That hasty and rushed ball back over the top. Goal kick taken quickly. Nicolas Sule on the ball. Down the line by Kaba. Here's Maxi Baya. So many fantastic performances off the bench from Maxi Baya last season. He had a spell where he held down a first team place as well. Yes, out wide to Kaba. Hamagera Kaba. Definitely one of the young players who's probably in line to break into the first team on a regular basis. He's captained the reserves, he's captained the under-19s as well. Big things expected from him in the not so distant future. Why not next season already? once but twice well defended by Niklas Süle. I'm sure he knew too much about the block in the end. Just in the right place at the right time. Much better from Siegen. As Dortmund's second half team still just finding their way into the game here. A little over 10 minutes gone. 6-1 still the score. Dortmund still very much in control. Agil to Aller. Wide to Goebel. Kabar tries to get the early cross in. Blocked well in the end up. Inside this time from Algamera. Kabar, and then the free kick given away by Maxi Bayer in an attempt to try and win the ball back. He just lost control of it. Clearly a foul on Dennis Brock. Süle picks out Agil nicely. Good ball, back into the middle. Nearly intercepted there by Ubayapwa. Mecha sees his pocket picked. And the break might be on. Sportfreunde Siegen. And out wide to Ubayapwa. Much height and distance on it in the end. Siegen number 7 does look lively in the second half. Maxi Bayer looking for an opening, decides to feed it inside to Sebastian Haller. He just couldn't stay on his feet in the end. Get the ball out from underneath them. Özcan to Haller, back to Özcan. From Kabar, lovely layoff, and then over the crossbar. Young Ayman Agil. Lovely move from BVB. Beautiful little cushioned layoff there from Sebastian Haller, and Agil on the half volley just couldn't keep it down. Like he sliced it a little with the outside of the boot as well, instead of just putting it through it. Could have easily been a 7th there for BVB. The whistle does eventually go. Leonidas Exousidis just had to think about that one before he blew his whistle. Misplaced pass by Mecha. As we edge past the hour mark already. through the middle. Davis does well. Shaibu Ubayapwe setting off a little too early as the flag goes up. There's Chan. Switch of play to find Kaba. Can't control it before. Second defenders able to intervene. Possession remains with the black and yellows though. A lot of diagonal balls from BVB here today. Really trying to stretch the 4th division side time and time again. Agil unable to get the ball into the middle there. You do have to give credit where it's due. Siegen certainly improved in terms of performance. Looked a lot calmer on the ball. Enjoyed quite a bit more possession already in the second half than they did in the first, albeit against a different Dortmund side in the second period of play. Having conceded 6 in the first half, they'll be happy to gotten through the first 20 minutes or so in the second without conceding a single goal. Goebel inside to Bayer. He's just muscled off the ball there. Again, never really got it out from underneath his feet into shooting position. Don't keep the pressure on now, Mecha. Tries the no-look pass inside towards Bayer. Off target with it though. So there's Chan. A burst of pace there. Keep the ball with BVB. If only for a moment. Bayer, little dink, can he find the finish? Yes he can. Might have been with a bit of help from the defender. It's an audacious little dink over the keeper before the ball was put over the line there, and Dortmund have their 7th. Aller with the vision. I think Tom-Hendrik Gutsch might have just had something on that as well. We'll give it to Maxi Bayer. Not giving up on it, and for that first touch to take it past the keeper as well, which was absolutely sublime. Intentional, only he will know. I think he might have been trying to chip the keeper, then didn't quite get enough on it. Didn't give up on it. He was able to put it away in the end. 7-1 now the score. And we're under 25 minutes still to go. Quite a few fans in the top right of the screen, and now in the centre if you just look up. I'm not sure they paid for their tickets. Still enjoying the pre-season action nonetheless though. Mecha goes for goal from distance there. Sees his effort blocked. Possession remains with BVB though. Distribution from Özcan. He's taken on the role of playmaker in the middle of the park for Borussia Dortmund in the second 45. Thorsten Nierbauer, the Siegen manager, praising his players for holding on to the ball and knocking it around nicely. Back with Dortmund now though. Özcan to Özil. Wide to Goebel. It's in the early cross. No one waiting already for it. Perhaps put in a little too early from the youngster. Continues to get himself into good positions in that wide right area. Recovery from Mecha. Nice jump, first time to Özil, out wide to Goebel again. Özil does keep making that underlapping run every time Goebel does get on the ball, but Goebel unwilling to commit to making that pass yet. Think over the top, and he finds Özil. Oh, butterfingers from Justin Osbelt. And Özil gets his name on the score sheet as well, albeit with a hefty chunk of good fortune there. A lot of help from Justin Osbelt. And up until that moment there, and despite conceding now 8 goals, 7 at the time, he's hasn't done his reputation any harm whatsoever. Not at fault for any of the goals conceded. Not sure we can say the same about that one though. Georgios Mavroudis, as well as Levin Dealoya, both out on the pitch now for Siegen. So Santo all smiles on the bench, having scored Siegen's only goal. He won't be too bothered by the scoreline. All he'll remember is scoring against Borussia Dortmund. Leclerc's just making sure he wasn't caught out of position there. Bayer with space out wide, floats one towards the back post, kept in play by Goebel, and again over the crossbar by Managio. Defence did just enough to put the pressure on the young Dortmund player. Sure Bayer meant for his delivery to go quite as far as it did. Goebel did manage to keep it alive. Agil didn't manage to keep his effort down. Strong play from Karbar under pressure. Cross, and a really good save from Justin Ospel, who makes up for that blunder not too long ago. Sebastian Haller already done everything right there. Got on the end of the cross, headed it down into the ground. Always makes life a little more difficult for the goalie. Justin Ospel does well to readjust. The ball out for a corner. All in and straight into the hands Vosbelt there. Karbar, who's still out on that right wing after taking the corner. Stayed there for now. Here's Riasen. Looked across the face of goal. Bayer goes to ground. No reaction from the referee or any of the players, which would suggest there was minimal, if any, contact. Always available on that right wing. This time does pick out Agil, gets it back from him, swings one into the middle. Set up nicely. Mecha there on the half volley. Drives it straight into the defender. cheaply by Ryerson. A heavy touch means that Yannick Lewis can win it straight back for BVB. Not quite wide enough there, the ball from Managio. Some more changes from Siegen. Gucci and El Chabi come on for the final 12 minutes or so. Palauka and Chabi, the two players to make way. Of course, Sportfreunde Siegen with their second game of the season to think about on the weekend as well, which funnily enough is against Dortmund 2, the reserve team. So a few of these youngsters out in black and yellow at the moment. They'll be up against the same opposition in just a few days' time. Kaba. Tajio. His first touch to get away from the defender, albeit perhaps a little heavy. Whistle does eventually go. Nicolas Soligno, showing that he's not just a centre-back. I'm not sure Niko Kovac would see him pulling that move off in a Bundesliga game. Not inside his own half anyway. Perhaps all right in the final third going forward though. There's Chan, somehow holds on to it. Soligno on the move again. Oh, a bad ball out wide. Kaba just drifting offside. Too eager to get forward there. Salias looking for Sebastian Aller. That central channel there, but passing one way, the player going the other. Great positional play there from Julian Ryerson. Just another reminder, BVB with a slightly tougher test. Under 2 weeks' time against Juventus. Before that, first round of the DFB Pokal against Rot-Weiß Essen on the 18th of August. Sunday against Juventus on the 10th. In the meantime, Frieden. A free kick in a promising area now. Scheibu über Yapwa. And the foul off Salias Chan. Does get the ball initially, but then just stays in the way, if you like. It's an opportunity for a little bit of damage control here from the 4th Division side. Chabi lining this one up. Hasn't been on the pitch for too long. Would be quite the introduction. Puts it in low. Really difficult one for Dreves there, especially with not one but two other Siegen players trying to just get a nick on the ball there. Dreves does ever so well to just stay where he was. Could have easily committed. Minutes still to go. I think it's safe to say that Dortmund will enjoy a win in their first pre-season test, unless something absolutely spectacular happens here. Don't see how they won't. Second half not quite as eye-catching, if you like, as the first. Still 2 more goals from BVB. Some solid performances. Salias Chan, Niklas Süle, and Goebel and Agio, the 2 youngsters, standing out for me. It's called into action at his near post again. That man Scheibu über Yapwa has been Siegen's shining light in the second period of play. Their standout player. Ryerson doing just enough to get something on it. And Dreves wide awake at his near post. Kovac, all smiles. surprising. 8-1 up. Exactly what you want from a pre-season friendly, though. Lots of goals, help build that confidence, get the fitness levels up, get the confidence oozing through the players' veins nice and early into pre-season. Chance for a 9th here. Speltz able to save the first. And the woodwork helps him out with the second attempt. Lecture denied twice there. Once by the keeper, once by the frame of the goal. Run there by Tom Henrik Gutsch. A free kick given. Very slowly but surely moving to the final minute of the 90. Friendly to remember for BVB. An evening perhaps to forget for Sportfreunde Siegen. It's always good to test yourself against the best. Certainly being put to the test, some would say to the sword. And a lot of positives to take out of this first pre-season friendly. Niko Kovac. Things will only get harder from here on out. It's always good to get off to a confidence-building start. Already have asked for better. Chance here. And off the line from Niklas Süle. Julian Rierson, excuse me. Still work to do for Treves. And he does it well again. And that will wrap things up here in the Limbach Stadium. 8-1 the final score. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Niko Kovac and his side. Couldn't have asked for a better start to pre-season preparations, especially in competitive football. Now, not that long away. AVB will be in action again in pre-season though. Again, just a reminder, on the 10th of August against Juventus. Before that first round of the DFB Pokal against Rot-Weiss Essen on the 18th of August. And then match day 1 in the Bundesliga on the 23rd away to St. Pauli. That's all she wrote here this evening, though. We'll leave you with the highlights. Thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm sure you've enjoyed the show put on by the boys in black and yellow as well. And as always, until next time, stay safe and take care.
Neuer Siegen